My wife and I would like to express our profound appreciation to Dr. Puneet and his team at BLK. He has a wonderful team here. Just as he has said, my first contact with BLK personnel was in Freetown in the year 1918, when a team of workers, doctors, left BLK New Delhi to Freetown, and they went to a doctor called Dr. Schumann, and the hospital's name also, Schumann's Hospital. And Dr. Schumann has been my doctor in Freetown, and especially for the problems I have. And when this team went to him, he called me and told me that a team has come to Freetown from India, and that he would like me to meet with this team. Without wasting time, my wife and I went to Dr. Schumann's hospital and met with the team. And my problems were made known to them, especially the spinal and also the hernia and the other relative health issues. They were made to them. They diagnosed me and discovered that I had a very serious problem with the spinal. And so they recommended that the only remedy is for me to come to India, to BLK, and have this spinal treated. So I contacted my children. My wife and I contacted our children, and we told them the problem, and seeing that the problem was getting worse. So in 2019, they put their resources together and sent us to BLK. We came, and the surgery was done by a qualified team, and we waited for some time, and then we went. When we went back, after somewhere in June, the thing came back, the spinal came back, the problem came back, the pains came back, and I could neither sit down for 2 minutes nor even walk for 1 minute. So the problem was so much that the children saw that we should come again to BLK to meet the doctors. We contacted the doctors, and they sent us some information we need to fill in, and so we did that. We took MRI, we did some tests, we did some X-rays, and we sent them those films and the report. And when they looked at this report, they decided that we should come again to BLK and revisit the whole structure or treatment they did in 2019. So in 2021, this year, we came, and it works like a magic. The team was superb. The people were good. Dr. Puneet and his team did a very good work on us. Went to the theater, and what happened? I was put somewhere in the next world, half next world. So they did what they could, and they came out. Today, I'm so proud, and my wife so happy that I can sit for longer hours. I can work on my own. When the operation was finished, they had to use a wheelchair, and my wife used to carry me around And and the team here is just too good. It's good. And we thank everybody at BLK. We thank the doctors. We thank the cleaners, even the cleaners. Everybody's so friendly. People like Sister Amy, George, the accountant, they're just very good people. And the coordinator in Dr. Puneet's office, Sister Buana, just friendly. And sometimes when I see these people, I feel a kind of relief just because of the fact that I have met people who can take away my burdens, my cries, my sorrows, my everything, my pains, and share joy with me. That makes the difference. And besides that, I also come across some good people here in this hospital. In Delhi, people like working at this place, Vaidam. Those Vaidam people are very good because I was doing some kind of correspondence with them. Even when I was in Freetown, I was corresponding with Dr. Rastogi and giving me all the good things about this hospital. And when I came this year, met also Brother Mandre. He is good. He is faithful. He is trustworthy. He is everything. In fact, there was a time I said, look, I will not leave you, I will carry you to Freetown. And we started, he is a young man I like so much. And it is everything that I've even talked about this to the doctor there, Dr. Rastogi, that she has a very good team in Vaidam. So much so that this year when I came, I couldn't see her. All along I've been dealing with Brother Mande. He is good, excellent, trustworthy, faithful, and hardworking. He is everything. So at this point in time, my wife and I want to thank the administration at BLK, the doctors, the team that is here in this surgery department, in the spinal surgery. They are very, very good people. And sometimes I crack jokes with them. How come that we coming all the way from Africa, coming from Guinea, coming from this to this hospital? Why not extend these services to some parts of Africa, like Sierra Leone? We need people like this to come once in a while to visit us and to see how they can establish also a branch in Sierra Leone. I was made to understand that in Guinea, in Gambia, they have a small holding there, but because of the pestilential coronavirus that has struck the whole world, they have stopped going to that place. But notwithstanding, coronavirus will go, and we pray that this team will pay a visit to these places and set up work there so that people can stop coming all the way across Africa, across Indian Ocean to India, so that a small team can be visiting those places, which will make it very cost effective. So we are very much thankful unto the entire team. We are thankful unto BLK administration, thankful to all of them. Now I can sit quietly, eat my food. I used to lie down, be eating my food. I can't even sit down. But today I can sit down, eat my food, sit conveniently, and now I can even sit down as we are planning to travel tomorrow back to Freetown. And the children have been asking, Daddy, can you sit on the plane? I said, yes. I can now sit for hours without having any problem. I can sit. And so they sent us the ticket. So that's why we are so thankful unto this hospital and for allowing themselves to be used by God to do this wonderful work on us. So it is our prayer that God will continue to guide and direct the personnel here, and that one day they will also establish some works also in some parts of Africa. I thank you very much for everything you are doing. I thank you very much, and we pray that someday, not in the far future, a work will be established in these areas I have mentioned, like Sierra Leone, Liberia, Guinea, and the work in the Gambia will be revisited so that these West African countries will benefit from what other European countries are benefiting from India. I thank you very much for this opportunity.
Hello everyone, I am Dr. Puneet Girdhar, Senior Director and Head of the Department Spine Surgery at BLK Max Super Speciality Hospital, New Delhi. Today we are going to discuss a special case from Sierra Leone. We have with us a 69 years young gentleman, very warm, very loving, Mr. Joseph, who is now more of a friend to us than a patient, has been suffering with an immense back pain for last several years, for which he came in touch with us from his own country, Sierra Leone. So when he first contacted us, that was 2019, when he was having a very bad back pain which was traveling into the legs, and he was finding it difficult to walk or difficult to manage his routine life. On thorough investigations, we found on his arrival that he had severe lumbar canal stenosis along with instability at his lower lumbar levels, for which he was selected by our spine team at BLK Max for a spinal decompression and fusion procedures from L2 to sacroiliac joint. So that was an extensive procedure which was performed on his lower back, following which he was relieved markedly of his pain and he was able to get back on his feet. Following which he went back to his own country and has been in regular touch with us over telephonic as well as video consultations, and we found him doing pretty well. Till the fate has to strike again. In the year 2020, he had an infective involvement of his spine above our spinal construct. So actually we call it spondylodiscitis, which happened at the level above our previous surgery, which was L1, L2, for which he wanted to come as soon as possible back to us at BLK Max, and we are grateful for the trust that he has in our spine team here. Unfortunately, the COVID pandemic has struck by that time, and it was difficult not just to get a visa but also to find flights. He was always a very strong man, what we have found him. He kept his patience, he did bear the pain for few more months, and he was in touch with us regularly over the telephone or the video consultation. Finally, as the COVID receded in this country, he could find his flights into New Delhi, India. He came straight into us in our hospital to get his revision procedure done. It doesn't end here. The day he came, that's the day when I contracted COVID somehow, and I had to be quarantined for not less than 10 days. My sincere apologies to Mr. Joseph for not being able to attend due to COVID issues on myself, that I could not take him up for surgery next day. He kept his cool, he kept his patience, he stayed another 10 days in this country waiting for me and praying for me to get well, for which I will ever be thankful to him. Following that, once I came back, I think there was no doubt in my mind that Mr. Joseph was my top priority to get his infection from his back removed, get his spine stabilized, and get him back on his feet. And I think all the patience that he kept and all the faith that he kept, and with all the efforts of my team, together we could achieve what we wanted to on his back, whereby we extended our previous surgical fixation to couple of levels above, along with removing of all the debris, the infective bone and the diseased bone. We could put a new spacer or what we call an expandable cage to restore not just the spinal height but also the spinal curvatures. Following which, for the last 3 months, he has been around with us, regularly following up, apart from little pains here and there, which we expect in such a long fixation, and the weak bones that he had with his age. I think by and large he has been able to conduct his daily activities. He has been able to walk by himself without any assistance, and we also understand the needs of his family, that he has been shopping around a lot. So I close these comments here by expressing my gratitude to Mr. Joseph and his family, especially his wife, who has stood by him throughout his procedure, throughout his visits in India, and I'm sure back home too. We are grateful for them to have kept their trust and faith in our team, and we are at the same time elated to see him going back healthy and in shape. Thank you.